Good morning. It's Phyllis Serene, and I want to talk today about a subject I've been talking about personally, but I really, it's one of those big ones that it's taken me a while to get up the balls to put it on camera, if I want to be totally honest with you. But it has to do with triggers and the polarity side of that. And so this is a complicated one, so get a cup of coffee and sit a minute, and I'll tell you about it. So, there was a news story recently on a young female Cornell graduate student doing her oral presentation. And she was challenged about her dress for the presentation, saying it was unprofessional. And she responded in the very typical of the Times response. She got angry. And she made a feminist statement that she could wear whatever and slut shaming, etc., etc. I've been to slut marches. I get it. I'm been on the dom side of this and going, yeah, so I'm gonna do what I want to do. Fuck you. However, let me tell you what I've learned now, and it's this. Let's look at the masculine side. Or no, excuse me. Let me go back and go. Let's look at when it happens to us, when we are triggered. What are we triggered by as women? Do we get triggered when a man flashes us his penis? We feel it. We're like, oh, how dare you? You don't like seeing that fast, unless, of course, it's a good-looking man. We have a safe distance. We don't feel threatened. Then we can go, ooh, how attractive. But if he's not so attractive, we're turned off, or we shame him, or make fun of him because he's fat or unattractive, etc., etc. So now, when it's done to us, we're upset that someone doesn't like our body parts as we display them, and it's offensive, or it's just rude in our opinion. So there's that factor of that. And if we're honest, we can go, yeah, we've done that. However, what I've seen also from the masculine, we, when we put our sexuality on display, boobs, eye makeup, lips, pouty, whatever that is, using our sexual energy to attract, then we attract maybe not what we want. And it is, we trigger the masculine or feminine. If they're, if you're approached by, I've been hit up by some hot women too, gratefully. And it is a challenge for the masculine always to have to be the one who says, no, I will not be triggered by this female, no matter what she puts out there. And it's unfair. And we don't like it when it's done to us, and they don't like it either. And it's not fair. And so, ladies, my whole point about cover it up, you're trying to attract the right man, but you're offending and triggering a whole lot of men you don't like. And every time you get dressed in those short shorts and that low cut cleavage, you're putting out, I am available for sexual interest. 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 And you then draw that interest to you like a magnet. Because where do their eyes go? Where you put the magnet. So you need to take responsibility for what you're putting out there. You can be unconscious of it and do what all your other girlfriends are doing. Or you can go, oh, I'm throwing you back to your old days of covering up and being a religious whatever. Have I mentioned religion? You did. Well, okay, I just did. All right. But understand, if we don't like it, they don't like it. So if you're in that position of not knowing, does it turn you on? Great. That's what you want. Someone that gets turned on by what you're turned on. So what you're showing, boobs, legs, ass, whatever, that's what you're putting out there. That's what you're about. And that's the first attractive that our species uses, is sexuality. So you can't be in denial of that. You gotta just own that part of it and just go, hey, you're right. I am hot. Do I really want to be hot and show everybody I'm hot today? Do I give up my bikini at the beach like everybody else is wearing a bikini? You'll be more conscious if you're not looking like everybody else. You're competing with other women and their bodies right now? Who has the best body? Okay? You're ashamed about the parts, the fat, the trims of this or that. So we cover it, right? You don't want people to see that. But when they see it and they respond to it, what are you going to do? So I think the solution is simple. Put some clothes on. You dress yourself every day. You put out to the world every time you walk out the door who you are. If you can't own that, come on. We learned this in high school. We knew what the jocks dressed like. We knew what the cheerleaders looked like. We got the geeks, the emos. They had a look. So what's your look? You know, walking down the street, some stranger takes your picture. What do they see? Men or women. And it's not about, I'm picking on women and boobs. Topless men. And particularly because it's in Thailand, you really stand out in the crowd and you're not part of the norm. And you don't hear the comments of the Thais who are going, oh my God, another naked Pharrell. So they have no self-respect for their bodies is what really comes across to them. And so it's a little frustrating for them to be gracious. And they are pretty gracious people. But we as representatives of our culture and our ideology, um, you are your country. That's what it says on your passport when they arrest you. Oh, I'm sorry. Not really. Not really. Don't get arrested. Please don't get arrested. Okay, I'm done. I think I'm done with this. Y'all good? Please put your clothes on. I love you. And talk to you soon.